Okay. No starting lineups, eh? Alrighty. First place in the East Division is on the line this weekend, and tonight is the Georgian Grizzlies' first of two tests to defend it. The fourth place 11-4 Algonquin Thunder roll into Barrie, take on the Grizzlies, and want to put a wrench in the Grizzlies' doubleheader weekend. It's all start as Mitch Armstrong serves. Ball's falling right down on me. First point goes Georgian's way. Now without putting the scoring table at a bit of risk, as that ball came right down on us. But we're okay. And it's Mitch Armstrong serving again. Tipping that over, number 9, Tristan Cardinal. Eric Perot plays it over. Jackie Nugan couldn't make the play on it. Georgian gets another point. Mitch Armstrong with his third serve of the game. Nguyen, and it's played over to number 1, Richard Bukar. Couldn't keep it in bounds, and it's a hot start for the Grizzlies. They're out ahead 3-0. Mitch Armstrong making his fourth serve of the game. Van Evenhausen's there. Darian Haynes on the net makes the play. And sorry, that was not Nicholas Van Evenhausen. That was Ryan Kirion, number 7 at the libero position. And Mitch Armstrong, his serve runs out. It goes out the back, out of bounds, and Algonquin's on the board. Richard Bukar now will serve. Bukar with the serve. It's kept alive by Thorup. Gray to Romero. Bukar with the bump, won't get it over. It's a 5-1 lead for the Grizzlies to start things off. Exactly what you're looking for if you're Georgian. Taking on a tough team here in the Algonquin Thunder, 4th place in the East Division. Liam Gray now with the serve. Kept alive. McNaughton plays it over. Liam Gray, Jordy Romero. It's kept alive by Thorup. Almost went out of bounds off the hands of Richard Bukar, and a big block at the net. Eric Perot tried to make the play on it, but standing tall, number 9, Tristan Cardinal, sends that one the other way. Julian Caswell to serve. Thorup, Gray, Perot, kept alive by Bukar. He'll have a second chance at it. McNaughton did a good job turning it away. He'll do it again, and Ryan McNaughton standing tall, not letting Eric Perot get through on that kill attempt. Big defensive effort along the net by the Thunder, led by Jarek McNaughton. Caswell again to serve. Up steps in, Gray to Perot, trying again, and that's out. It's a little too much on it, about a foot out of bounds. And what was a very hot start for the Grizzlies, it's now only a 1-point lead with the Thunder have an opportunity to tie it up. Caswell, serve a little low and into the net. A break for the Grizzlies, who get their 2-point lead back. Eric Perot to serve. Nguyen plays it over. Now Thorup to Romero. Tipped over, Bukar's there. Nguyen with the set to McNaughton, and McNaughton gets the point. Jared McNaughton, your OCAA points and kills leader. Adds another one to his total there. Now Tristan Cardinal. Gray sets, Mitten. McNaughton gets the tip. Nguyen. And that's number 8, Thomas Cullingworth, finishing off the job. A very nice pass, and he finished the job. Sets up Cardinal again at the service line with a chance for the Thunder to grab their first lead of the game. It's all tied up 6-6 early in this first set. And off the arms of Bowen Mitten, out of the reach of a diving Eric Perreault. Thunder take their first lead of the game. Cardinal back to serve again. Darian Haynes on the assist from Liam Gray. A big kill and a big point for the Georgian Grizzlies, who tie it back up and respond to the Thunder run. Darian Haynes will serve. Misfires on that one, didn't catch it cleanly. Just last week, Darian Haynes took over the OCAA all-time record for blocks. He's got 260 career blocks. He'll only build on that record from here. A star player for the Grizzlies as Jared McNaughton serves. Gray to Romero. It's tipped, but falls to the ground. It's a point for the Grizzlies. Tied up 8-8. Romero on the serve. Buchar, Nguyen, and played over. Big hit by Mitten is blocked. Jackie Nguyen has had a good start to this game, passing and on the net. Nguyen's been all around. It's Thomas Cullingworth to serve. Serve is good. Thorup digs past the Gray to Perreault. And now Nguyen will set. Buchar. Armstrong and Gray tried to block it. It goes off their hands out of bounds, and the Thunder get another point. And what a start to this game. Very competitive, very fast. Thomas Cullingworth on the serve, and that's an ace. Bowen Mitten couldn't handle it cleanly, and Reed Saxby has to call a timeout. Georgian started off very hot, had a 4 to 5 point lead, but the Thunder have come storming back and now have a 3-point lead of their own. Reed Saxby calls a timeout. He'll break and talk things over. We'll break and be back in 30 seconds. A highly competitive game is what we expected, and it has delivered. It's Algonquin out on top, 11-8 here midway through the first set. Thomas Cullingworth preparing to serve. It's a good serve. Romero handles it. Gray back to Jordy Romero. And the point earned by the Grizzlies. A great kill by Jordy Romero. Here comes Bowen Mitten. McNaughton, Nguyen. Caswell turned away. Nguyen with a second chance at it, but too far. It's out of bounds. And right now, Reed Saxby's timeout looks like a good call. Bowen Mitten returns the line to serve. A line drive serve. Nguyen setting it. Played at the net by Bukar. Gray sending it back the other way. Nguyen will have a hit of his own. Thorup comes with a diving save. Gray steps in to set it to Perreault. And Perreault just misses on the kill. Trying to send it right down that left line. And just outside, it's ruled out of bounds. Thunder get the point. Jackie Nguyen to serve. It's a floater over the net. Perreault, Gray, Armstrong gets blocked. It's still alive, and Perreault plays it over. Good scrambling offense by the Grizzlies. Nguyen set to McNaughton, and McNaughton puts it out of bounds. Back and forth action between the Thunder and Grizzlies. Mitch Armstrong headed to the line to serve, down 1. Nguyen to Cardinal. Cardinal, too much on it, hits that back wall. It's out of bounds, and we are all tied up and midway through this first set. Mitch Armstrong went on a run to start things off. Gave his Grizzlies team a 4-point lead. He'll look to return to form and do so here. Nguyen to Cardinal. Cardinal keeps it in bounds this time. Well hit. A spinning ball right into the middle of that Georgian defense. Thunder back out on top by 1. Richard Bukar getting ready to serve. Bukar tossed it high, served it low. It's into the net, and we're all tied up at 13. Now Liam Gray, all-time OCAA aces record holder, set this season. Will he add another one? Kirion says no as he plays it over. Thorup, Gray, Romero off of Jared McNaughton's hands and out of bounds. That's a point for the Grizzlies. Liam Gray is 4 aces away from the single-season aces record. The record is 65. He currently sits at 61. Handling this one, Nguyen to McNaughton, blocked by Romero. Thorup helps out. Gray, Haynes, point Georgian. Excellent passing by the Grizzlies. Liam Gray to serve again. Little help from the net. It's kept alive by the Thunder. Not giving away any aces here tonight. Gray to Perreault. Bukar. Nguyen. Cardinal will have to play it over. Perreault turns it away. Thunder resetting. Here comes Bukar. Gray with a dive. Thorup to Romero. And McNaughton with the block, but it lands out of bounds. Georgian gets the point. Now up 3. Forcing a timeout by Algonquin. Fourth-year head coach Mo Shaheen calls the timeout as his Thunder team cough up a few points. Well, it's been a back-and-forth battle. Both teams have held the lead throughout this set. Currently, it's Georgian sitting ahead by 3 points. Liam Gray back to serve for the Grizzlies. They have a 3-point lead. Well struck, McNaughton's there. Nguyen to Cardinal. And it fires wide, out of bounds, and now Georgian out ahead by 4. Liam Gray to serve again. Kirion, Caswell, McNaughton, blocked by Romero. Nguyen's there to help out. Buchar to Cardinal. It's tipped. Mitten steps in. Gray, far side, Perot, and he finds the floor. Middle of that Thunder defense. Georgian getting it rolling now. McNaughton to Nguyen, back to McNaughton, kept alive by Gray, a diving save. And they'll have another chance on defense. Cardinal, though, gets the job done for Algonquin on offense. Takes a nice pass and gets the kill and the point for the Thunder, now down 4. Julian Caswell to serve. Thorup, Gray, Haynes misses on the attempt. Pass was a little bit high for Haynes, who came in. Gives Caswell another chance at the service line. Down 3 now. Perot with the pass to Gray, back to Perot. Ryan McNaughton comes through with a big block. And that's another point for him and the Thunder. Gray, far side for Romero. Jared McNaughton gets in the way, and his teammates let it fly out of bounds. There's a miscommunication between Cardinal and Nguyen. Hands a point to the Grizzlies, and Eric Perot now to serve. Kirion couldn't handle it, kept it from going out of bounds, but it falls on the Thunder side. Georgian gets another point. And that's another timeout called by Algonquin. It's their second timeout of the set. Eric Perot prepares to serve. He's 12 points out of being in the top 5 OCAA top scorers of all time. As Georgian earns the point on that play, Perot will head back to serve once again. Kirion, Nguyen, McNaughton. Perot steps in and helps out his defense. Far side for Mitten. Nguyen to McNaughton. McNaughton gets it right there off a great pass from Jackie Nguyen.
Coming into the game for Algonquin is number 2, Ryan Powell.
Ryan Powell coming into the game for Tristan Cardinal.
And
Tyler Wilkinson checks in the game for Jackie Nguyen. And we'll see just how Algonquin does here without Jackie Nguyen on the floor. He's been a huge part of their offensive and defensive efforts here tonight. He's been all over the floor, a great passer. It's been shown in this first set. Gray to Romero, and he finds the open floor. That's a point for Georgian. Great vision by Jordy Romero. Sets up Darian Haynes to serve. Haynes' serve goes a little bit wide and out of bounds. Sends Jared McNaughton to serve. Gray will set up Armstrong. Armstrong didn't get that cleanly. And it just floated out of bounds. Gives McNaughton a second go at the serve line. Gray to Mitten, blocked by a duo of Thunder's players. It's Thomas Collingworth. And of course, he was joined by Tyler Wilkinson. Two of them hit the ball out of bounds, and Georgian gets the point. Jordy Romero with the serve. And that was really close. The lines judge just saw that it was on the just out of bounds, just over that line. He rolls it out of bounds. Collingworth to serve. Mitten, Gray, back to Mitten, who has to bump it over. Bukar played it over, and a call goes against the Grizzlies, so mid-rally, the play is whistled dead, and point awarded to Algonquin. Collingworth back to serve once again. They're down 2, 23-21. First set coming down to the wire. Gray to Perot. Perot fires long and out of bounds. And that forces Reed Saxby to call a timeout for the Georgian Grizzlies. And they'll cool off, try and ice the Thunder run as they'll have the ball coming out of the break in hopes of tying it up. As the two teams talk it over and break, we'll do the same. See you in 40 seconds. Thomas Collingworth has the serve as we return from the Grizzlies timeout break. No timeouts remaining in this set. Gray to Armstrong, and that's a point for the Grizzlies.
Set point, Georgian.
So it's Bowen Mitten with the ball. Set point, Georgian. Kirion keeps it alive. Now Gray to Romero. Powell played it back, and now Perot will have the chance to finish the set. Eric Perot misfired a couple times throughout the first, but did no wrong on that play. And he finishes the first set. The Grizzlies take it 25-22 and have a 1-0 lead in this game. A very exciting first set goes Georgian's way, but it wasn't easy. The Thunder did a great job pressing them, and even when they grabbed an early lead, the Thunder stormed right back, but Georgian was there to answer every time, and they finished the job. Looking forward to more action in the second and third set of this game. It's sure to be highly competitive. The first set definitely did not disappoint. As the two teams break between the first and second set, so will we. We'll bring you the second set in about a minute and a half. It was the Georgian Grizzlies taking the first set, and they lead this best-of-5 game 1-0. They hope the second set can come a little bit easier. Algonquin gave them all that they could handle in that first set. Jackie Nguyen to serve. Perot to Mitten, back to Perot, who plays it over. McNaughton's there. Nguyen, a diving Mitten. Plays it to Gray for Romero to step in off the net. Cardinal. Now Perot earns the point for the Grizzlies. He finished the first set, and he'll open the scoring in the second. Liam Gray to serve. Kirion. Nguyen to Cardinal. Cardinal hit the post on the net, and that's ruled out of bounds. Liam Gray back to serve again. Gray fires Kirion to Nguyen. Set up for Bukar. It went off of Mitchell Armstrong, and Eric Perot fell on the Georgian side, so Algonquin gets on the board. Richard Bukar to serve. Throw up Gray, Perot, off the hands of Kirion. Nguyen will set to McNaughton. McNaughton earns the point. And that's why he leads the OCAA in kills and points. Dominant on the net, offensively and defensively, but gets the point for Algonquin there. Buchar to serve again. Gray to Romero. Buchar steps in front of it. Caswell to McNaughton. Big block by Mitch Armstrong. But blocked out of bounds. Point goes to the Thunder. Buchar's luck runs out as he serves it into the net. Ties this game up for Eric Perreault, who steps in at the service line for the Grizzlies. McNaughton with a one-hander to keep it alive, get it back over the net. Jordy Romero then steps up trying to get the kill, and McNaughton finishes the play by getting the block. That was a great rally for Jared McNaughton. A desperation attempt to play the ball over and then got right into position to make the block on Jordy Romero. And Julian Caswell with the serve. Mitten and Gray steps in, and Mitten will try and get the kill, but it's out of bounds. Algonquin ahead by 2 points. Thorup, Gray, Armstrong, and that's a point for Georgian. Made that one look easy when you can pass the ball as crisp as that. It results in points. Mitch Armstrong finished the job, and now he'll serve for the Grizzlies. Nguyen to Cardinal, and that's a point. Comes off a nice assist from Jackie Nguyen. Tristan Cardinal to serve. Perreault passes it to Gray, far side for Mitten now. Off a couple of Thunder, and it's still alive. Romero can't keep it in bounds on that play. Or sorry, it was tipped at the net, so it's a point for Georgian. Jordy Romero will serve. It looked as though it may have just been on the far side of that line and ruled out of bounds, but it was tipped. Nguyen passing to Collingworth. That's a point for Algonquin. And Jared McNaughton. Comes hot off the arms of Bowen Mitten, and that costs the Grizzlies a point, as standing at the net waiting for it was Thomas Collingworth. Perreault to Gray to Haynes. No quit in this Thunder team. They are able to get their hand on the ball even when it looks like it's falling to the floor. They did so on that rally, and it results in a point for Algonquin. Just keeping plays alive, playing well positionally and being in the right spots to not let that ball hit the floor. As long as it's still in the air, they still have a chance, but Jared McNaughton sends that one into the net. Grizzlies will get the ball back, and Bowen Mitten will head to the line, down 3. An ace by Bowen Mitten. He had everyone in Algonquin fooled. They are all calling for that one to go out of bounds, and it falls inbounds. Point for the Grizzlies. First-year man from Australia. And just like that, Algonquin manages to keep the rally going, but Eric Perreault will not make that mistake. And he'll likely receive a warning as he went under the net when he followed through. And Certainly, Georgian was excited and celebrated that point. Maybe what Darian Haynes is discussing with the head official. It certainly has to do with Eric Perot, and he'll get a yellow card for going into the net there. He followed through on that play. He'll receive an explanation as to why he received that yellow card. So we'll resume play now. It's Bowen Mitten to serve. Grizzlies down 1 point. They lead the game 1-0. Nguyen with the pass to Buchar, and Buchar misfires on that, sends that one well out of bounds. And now we're all tied up in the second set with Georgian with the serve and a chance to give them the lead. Buchar pops it up. Nguyen tips it. Perot plays it to the middle for his defense to send it back over. Mitten's the one that hit it. Buchar with the tip. Gray tips it to the middle for Thorup, and Perot plays it into the block. So Georgian has a chance to reset. Liam Gray directed it over the net. A no-look direct, and the call goes against Georgian. They don't like it. They are arguing it. And they may have made some ground up here as the head official is listening and is going to talk it over with the other judges. So the call is overturned. The Grizzlies get the point. Good job by Darian Haynes contesting that call and talking it out with the official. It ends up in a point for the Grizzlies. And Haynes follows it up with a block. Add that to his OCAA record all-time blocks total. Mitten again to serve. Grizzlies have a 1-point lead in the second set. Kirian, Nguyen, Collingworth will make the play on it. And a call goes against Eric Perot for being on the net. Tough call goes against Eric Perot. Ties this game up, this setup, I should say. And Collingworth with the serve. Thorup to Gray, passes to Perot, and that's going to be a point for the Grizzlies. Struck hard by Eric Perot and mishandled by the Thunder player, went off his arms and well out of bounds. Darian Haynes serves. And the Thunder just let that one fall once again. It's the second time they've done that this set where they think that it's going out of bounds and it just falls right on that back line. It's a point for the Grizzlies, who now lead by 2 points in this set. Buchar to Nguyen. McNaughton has to volley it over. The pass was low. Gives Gray a chance to set up Perot. But he's blocked by Jackie Nguyen. And that's a point for the Thunder. Jackie Nguyen with the serve. It's Perot to Gray to Armstrong. Armstrong finishes the job on that one. Nope, he's going to get called for being on the net. The officials are all over it on that net tonight. He followed through with that right hand and hit the net as he swung. Jackie Nguyen will serve for the Thunder. They trail the second set by 2 points. Sorry, trailed by 1, now 2, as the score was corrected. So as the score gets corrected, it's 13-12 for the Grizzlies. Off the net, Liam Gray's serve. Nguyen sets up. Cardinal, a big block. The duo of Mitch Armstrong and Jordy Romero forming the wall. Liam Gray serving once again. Bukar to Nguyen, back to Bukar, and he fires again long and out of bounds. He thought it was tipped, but not the case. Right to Richard Bukar. Nguyen tried to keep it alive, and Liam Gray twice has gone right at Richard Bukar. Jared McNaughton having a word with the head official, and a yellow card assessed to the Thunder. So following that yellow card assessed to the Thunder, Algonquin calls a timeout. The yellow card was assessed for a bit of a rowdy bench over on that Algonquin side. The head official asked that they tone it down, and they'll have to do so to avoid receiving any further warnings or calls. We'll step away for the next 30 seconds and be back with Algonquin Thunder at Georgian Grizzlies. Liam Gray to serve. Grizzlies ahead by 4 in the second set. McNaughton pops it up to Nguyen. Caswell had to switch hands midair. He got it over. And Perot plays it right to Bukar, off of Richard Bukar's hands, out of bounds. He seems to be the target right now for the Grizzlies. Grizzlies up by 5 midway through the second set. So in to McNaughton, off his hands. It was an errant pass by Jared McNaughton, and it falls to the floor, giving the Grizzlies a 6-point lead. A little low and into the net there. Richard Bukar will serve. His team down 5 midway through the second set. Perot will pass it forward where Romero just misses it. He was going to play it over the net. He wanted to play it lightly, a rolling ball, but didn't get all of it, and it falls short, giving Bukhar a second opportunity to serve. And Bukhar misfires on that one. Puts it wide of that post on the net. Eric Perreault will get to serve now. And a very powerful serve by Eric Perreault. Could not be handled there by Ryan Kirion. Results in a point for the Grizzlies, who now lead by 6. And that's another timeout for Algonquin.
Algonquin takes timeout as Grizzlies lead in the second set, 20-14.
Grizzlies offense really finding its tempo and stringing together some consecutive points. They've got a 6-point lead, and the two teams will break the timeout. Eric Perreault with the serve. Just too much on that one. He had a powerful serve the last time, and it resulted in the point, but trying to put a little too much power on that one, it goes out of bounds. Julian Caswell now to serve for the Thunder. Armstrong tips it over, and he makes a block on McNaughton at the net, and that results in points for the Grizzlies. Armstrong has played a strong game on the net so far tonight as he checks out. Connor Tackaberry checks in, and he'll head straight to the service line. His team up 6. Nguyen passes backwards to Cardinal, blocked by Mitten. Collingworth steps in to try and help, and a call goes against the Thunder for a double touch. Tackaberry coming in and earning a point off the serve, or on his serve. Has a chance to do it again, up 7. McNaughton, ball's tipped up in the air by Haynes. Now Nguyen pass back to McNaughton. Tackaberry couldn't handle that one cleanly through his hands. That's a point for Algonquin. Down 6, they bring in a couple players who will check into the game. Ryan Powell, as well as Tyler Wilkinson coming into the game for Tristan Cardinal and Jackie Nguyen. Ryan Powell to serve. Well, he checks into the game and serves one to the net. Tough luck for Ryan Powell, who hands the ball over to the Grizzlies. Jordy Romero has the serve, leading by 7. Off the hands of Jared McNaughton into his own team's bench. No one was able to get there. And it'll be Jordy Romero to serve. Set point for the Grizzlies. McNaughton to Powell, far side now Collingsworth, off the hands of Perreault. Thorup keeps it going, and Haynes plays it over. Powell now will set to Collingsworth. Powell, though, stepped over the line as he set a tough couple of plays for Ryan Powell as he comes into the game and has a couple tough plays that cost the end of the set for the Thunder. It's the Grizzlies going up 2-0. They take the second 25-16. Been an exciting game so far. A lot of good players out on the floor here tonight. Two teams will break for the second intermission. We'll step away for the moment and rejoin you in about 2 minutes for the third set between the Algonquin Thunder and the Georgian Grizzlies. After 2 sets, it's the Georgian Grizzlies out ahead 2-0 over the Algonquin Thunder. It's been a very exciting 2 sets, back and forth action between the two teams. Both teams gone on runs throughout both those sets. There were lead changes in each of them. But just towards the end of each set, Georgian rallied, put together some consecutive points, and ran away with it. It'll be Mitch Armstrong starting things off in the third set.
Last serve for the Grizzlies is number 14, Mitch Armstrong.
Well, sure to be a competitive third set. We're back underway. Bukar to Nguyen, far side Cardinal, but it's blocked by Liam Gray. All alone. He jumped and all by himself. Got right up there, right in the way of Tristan Cardinal, gets the block. Mitch Armstrong again to serve. Nguyen to Bukar. Bukar missing. Goes out of bounds, and that's a point for the Grizzlies. McNaughton plays it to Nguyen, far side. Cardinal gets another chance at it. Haynes backed off, great vision. And then Gray tips it over right to Cardinal, who is trying to position himself for defense and just catches him sleeping a little bit. It falls to his feet. It's a 3-0 lead to start the third set for the Georgian Grizzlies. Armstrong, Kirian, and McNaughton tries to make a play on it, but a call goes against Algonquin, and the point goes in favor of the Grizzlies, who are up 4-0 to start the third set. Kirian plays it to Nguyen. Nguyen will put it to Bukar. Bukar hit it right at Romero, but he kept it going. That sets up a chance for Perot. And a play contested by both players. It was tipped by Richard Bukar into the post on the net, called out of bounds, and that will force Algonquin to call their first timeout of the set. Georgian coming out in the third set determined. They know what they need to do. They're up 5-0 to start the third set. Mitch Armstrong will look to keep his run at the service line going. Kirian played that one. Cardinal with the tip. Romero's there, and Gray will play it over to Perot, and that'll earn the point. Right through the arms of Richard Bukar and to the floor. It's another point for Georgian, starting this third set on a tear. Bukar keeping it going, and that's the Cardinal. It's blocked but out of bounds by Liam Gray. So Algonquin's on the board, and now Richard Bukar will head to serve. Off the net and to the floor. Richard Bukar gets a little bit of help from the net, but earns the second point of the set for Algonquin, who now trail by 4. As soon as that ball was hit, a call went against the Grizzlies. Cuts the lead in half, and Richard Bukar again to serve. Perot misfires, it goes long and out of bounds. Thunder building a bit of momentum off the last few plays now, as Bukar is making a bit of run from the service line. Mittens there, Gray to Haynes, and that's a point for the Grizzlies. That's how you want to respond. Routine offensive play, a couple great passes, it results in a big point for the Grizzlies. Liam Gray to serve. No aces tonight, but only 4 away of tying the record. Single season aces record. That one goes into the net. Caswell serves it over. Gray with the set to Haynes. And that's another point Haynes has earned. Nguyen pops it in the air. McNaughton tries to close on it, but it's still going, and Mitten will have a kill of his own for the Grizzlies. Sets up Eric Perot to serve. Bukar to Nguyen. And it falls on the Georgian side. I think a bit of a lapse of focus by Darian Haynes, who was preparing for a block or to send it back the other way, but it just kind of floated over his head. Justin Cardinal to serve. Thor up to Gray. Perot, it's tipped at the net, and Kirion puts it in the air, but no one there for Algonquin. Darian Haynes to serve. Grizzlies up 4. Too much on that one. It goes out the back. A couple points have been given away by the Grizzlies from the service line so far in this third set. Jared McNaughton now to serve for Algonquin. And Jared McNaughton will hand that point right back. His serve does the same. It goes out the back and out of bounds. Easy points for both teams. Jordy Romero has it now, looking to keep this one in play. He does. Kirion to Nguyen, far side. Bukar played it over. Nguyen takes a swipe at it. Thorup, diving save. Bowen Mitten plays it over and almost kept it in bounds. That would have been quite a play. Algonquin head coach, a sigh of relief as that one went out of bounds. Now Gray setting up to Mitten. Mitten does no wrong with a powerful kill. Earns the point for Georgian. Up 4. Mitten serve mishandled by Jared McNaughton. Right in between Ryan Kirion and Jared McNaughton, and neither of them could handle it cleanly. Gives a 5-point lead to the Grizzlies. Bowen Mitten to serve again. That one struck out of bounds, out the back. Jackie Nguyen will serve. Gray, a backwards pass to Romero. Nguyen was kept going by Cardinal. Now Gray passes it to Thorup, who bumps it right back to Liam Gray, and his tip falls right to the middle of the Thunder defense and sends Julian Caswell into some steaming anger. He communicates with a couple of his teammates. He's right back at it, though. Moving on to the next play. Mitch Armstrong with the serve. That one's out of bounds, out the back. Grizzlies a little bit sloppy on the serves in this third set. They need to clean that up moving forward. It's Richard Buchar serving now for the Thunder. Mitten to Gray. Gray pops it to the back. A diving save by Richard Buchar, but that's out of bounds. And he's frustrated with himself over that one. Sends Liam Gray back to serve once again. Gray's serve is up. Buchar pops it up for Nguyen to make a pass to Caswell. It's tipped at the net. Thorup will move it forward on the Georgian side as Gray plays it over. Now Nguyen, a big block by Darian Haynes on Tristan Cardinal. That leads to a point for the Grizzlies. And Liam Gray's serve goes into the net. Grizzlies have handed away at least 4 points in this third set off of errant serves. Caswell serving. Now Gray to Haynes, easy point there. No one in front of him to make the block. And Darian Haynes had a lot to look at. He found the open floor. Eric Perot serving. And that one's a little too much on it. Out the back. And no Grizzly able to find their stroke from the service line here in this third set. Tyler Wilkinson and Ryan Powell check into the game for Tristan Cardinal and Jackie Nguyen. Nguyen's had a really good game today. He's shown exactly just how strong of a passer he is. I think he's been impressive out there. Ryan Powell serving. And a big block by Jared McNaughton on Jordy Romero. Sends Ryan Powell back to serve again. Powell's serve looked much better from what we saw at the end of the second set. He had a tough end of the second set, but making up for it here in the third. Another good serve. Gray passes to Mitten. It goes off of Collingworth, out of bounds. Point Georgian. Out ahead by 5. Darian Haynes will serve. Keep this one in play. He does. Kirion pops it up. Powell, the backwards pass to McNaughton. It's tipped at the net. Allows Haynes to set up a pass to Romero. Got blocked to the net. Falls on the Georgian side. Point goes to Algonquin. Jared McNaughton will serve. That's an ace for Jared McNaughton. A few Grizzlies thought that was going to go out of bounds. And it was a few feet in bounds, so. It's a mental error there by a couple Grizzlies, and Mike Forbes will check into the game for Mitch Armstrong. It's McNaughton serving. Perot to Gray, sets up Romero. And Romero's strike goes out the back. Algonquin now within just a couple points in the third set. Tipped off the net. Thorup gets low for it. Romero. It's Powell with the pass to Buchar. Tipped at the net. Perot moves it forward, and Mitten plays it over. It's blocked. Georgian gets another chance. Algonquin point out of bounds off of Bowen Mitten's kill attempt. And that's a timeout for the Grizzlies. The Thunder have come storming back in the third set. They're down just 1 point. Georgian will talk it over. We'll break for 45 seconds and be right back with you. Two teams returning to the floor after the Grizzlies timeout break. It's Jared McNaughton to serve. Thunder trail by 1 point here in this third set. However, down 2-0 on the match. Grizzlies hoping to close this one out here. But they've got work to do. Liam Gray pass to Fours. Gets blocked, but gets right in position to make a pass. Now Romero strikes it over. Powell with the pass to Collingsworth. Move forward to the net for Mitten. That's off a couple of Thunder's players, but out of bounds. Point Georgian. Gives them back a 2-point lead. And a lot of momentum as that bench is fired up, coming off the point by Australian native Bowen Mitten. Powell with a nice cross-court pass. Bukar plays it over. And Mike Fours will finish that. A nice pass. He does no wrong with it. Grizzlies up 3 now. Just 5 points separate them and a 13-2 record. They sit at 12-2 coming into today's game. And Bukar doesn't get that one cleanly. Kirion will have to play it over. He's able to. Perot gets the point for the Grizzlies. Tipped at the net right into the arms of Ryan Kirion, but wasn't able to make great contact with it, and it was a little low for another player to come in and make a play on it. It forces the Thunder to call a timeout, and they're going to have to come back out of this timeout break fired up and ready to make a push against these Grizzlies. They're in desperation mode, down 2-0, trailing in the third set by 4. It's do or die time for the Thunder. They'll talk it over, and we'll step away for 30 seconds. Jordy Romero on the serve. And that one goes into the net. That's the way it's gone throughout this third set. Not hitting the ball very well from the serve. The Grizzlies in this third set, they've handed over points. And the difference in this game really still going is that they've given at least 6 points in this third set to Algonquin. And then that's a misplay by Algonquin, number 12, Tyler Wilkinson. It's off his arms and sailed out of bounds. Here comes Bowen Mitten to serve for the Grizzlies. Jared McNaughton to Powell. Powell to Wilkinson. Forrest plays right at Kirion. Powell steps in to make a pass to Bukar. Bukar misses on that strike as it goes well out of bounds. And a tough play for Richard Bukar there, who's been very involved in tonight's game. A strong volleyball player. Bowen Mitten to serve. And he missed that one. It really miffed. Didn't hit that cleanly, and that ball goes into the net. Here comes Jackie Nguyen with the serve for the Thunder. Sam Thorup to Liam Gray. Eric Perot, point Georgian. Right at Jackie Nguyen, right at his feet. He got low and made a play on it, but it bounced wildly off his arms out of bounds. And it sets up match point for Mike Fours and the Georgian Grizzlies. Just keep it in bounds here, Mike. It goes wide, it goes out of bounds, and the Grizzlies hand another point to the Thunder from that serve line. The story of the third set for them. Richard Bukar with the serve. No room for mistakes now. Perot to Gray to Perot, and that's the game. And a couple Thunder players did not like Eric Perot came under the net as he followed through on that play, but he had just made a game-winning play. Couple Thunder's assistants, as well as the players not happy with Eric Perot coming under the net. And the official now is given a couple warnings to just step back to the bench. So as this game winds down, we'll take a few players talking it out with the officials. The officials and a few Thunder players were not happy with Perot coming under the net on that play. But I think this one's over. It's 25-20 in the third set. Georgian leads 2-0. Eric Perot was assessed a red card on that play. And I think that they just feel that that move was a little unsportsmanlike. Liam Gray and Jared McNaughton settling things down at center court right now. I mean, you come in with a lot of momentum on a play like that when you're just running right at the net, but he came under the net, and it's just something he's got to be careful on moving forward. But Georgian will walk away with the win. And that's game. Not without a little bit of drama at the end. The Georgian Grizzlies take the third set 25-20. They win the match 3-0. They improve their record to 13-2 and get ready for a battle for first place tomorrow as they host La Cité. La Cité also 12-2. Grizzlies now 13-2. A lot on the line tomorrow and a lot of excitement. Georgian lost the game in La Cité earlier this year, so it's a bit of a revenge match for the Grizzlies. They'll be fired up, and we'll be here to bring you all the action. It's been an honor to bring you the game tonight. I'm Sean McAvoy. Have yourself a great night.